Hello, welcome to Lackless Reactions. I'm your Lackless Reactor, here today for another episode of your Forma. Last week we got the first episode of the show. We got some plot threads like the previous case that ended up with the one owner. I guess that's all we have as her position. The death of her investigator husband. We've got clues to this case, including the one who looks like the robot being blamed, as well as the knife that connects to the college. We've got various philosophical themes like robotics, how the beginnings of the thoughts of if a robot can have a soul or something along those lines, but very much so their personhood, what control others do have about them, whether they can just order them suddenly shut down for bad publicity or stuff like that. But all in all, we've got a lot of threads that we need to tie together. So, without further ado, let's get started. Yeah, the laws respect simplified versions of the three laws of robotics. A concept that I disagree with. Any intelligent life should be just as free as humans are, because regardless of how robots turn out, they can't be any worse than what we already do daily. So, but anyway, so again, as we go into this current murder mystery, we have the assistant robot as a suspect. But diving in, we found that while they do share the same face with the culprit doesn't have the mole. And please don't. Please not while I'm actually watching something. Good. One moment. Let me pause you for a second. I'll be right back. Okay, let's try that again now. Okay, I was saying something before it started buffering. I don't even recall it. I think I was actually talking about last week's episode. Doesn't matter. Please don't. Twice. 3 times. So, well, I let it load just a bit so that it actually stops buffering. Mount Avatar, but I'll just pause again. Okay, let's try this a third time. Give me just a second to stop this timer so that the actual episode can catch up. And now after the theme, it's about synced up. Taking a few seconds off, but and you so you do have the knife. Okay, but it doesn't have the mole. I thought the entire point was that the lack of mole exonerated all three siblings. Why? Hmm. This is not the time to be talking about your love life, but oh, almost like they have a personality and can form their own paths in life. You guess? Aren't you the one who built them? So is it just okay, that's fair. But you can't see how it's working when the box is closed. Yeah, a kid would play with that. That's the younger sibling. Time to go against orders. It sounds like the way they're talking about you, it sounds like the opposite behind yours, but I'm interested in hearing about him, so after she. Yeah, I understand how an unfeeling being would think that, but not very worth it. Mm, yes. But the important part's the missing head. How much of everything is stored in the head? Because them being robots, it doesn't necessarily need to be stored in the head. But if that's what the main part of it is, then all they would need is a head and new body. Or alternatively, they could remove the skin from the head and place it on a new skull. Or just have a normal human wear it. Yes. Can't turn yourself in out, can you? Yeah. Uh, it helps, but and who are you? Got it. He's the person they're modeled after. Uh, there we go. Knocked it off. And that's all he needs. You're gonna have to walk us through a bit of that. Yeah, you're not gonna take no for an answer. You know, also what the AI committee says, he actually has the capacity to care about you. Yeah, saying stuff like that is definitely gonna get on people's bad side. Yeah, she's saying all the right things, letting it all wash off her back like she wasn't any part of it. Again, I love this. I was about to say transformation sequence, but that's probably not the right word. The dive sequence. Yeah, and feelings are left to rot that long, and they usually turn out like that, don't they? Yeah, yeah. That's part of our own past. Yeah, part of it was to ruin her reputation, since we couldn't get back to her any other way. Especially since seems to be a lack of people coming going into her house. Yeah, Can't believe a word coming out of her mouth. Step back. Nothing has happened that shows that he's the one who dismembered Marvin. Now, don't go down that path just because he didn't discuss the plan with you. And that's where they're gonna end it, isn't it? Let's see, yeah. 1 minute 30 seconds. That means it's gonna just beat anything. So we caught the culprit, but again, we still have a wide open gap in what his actual motive is. And again, from the flashes we got of him doing the attacks, we've got nothing of him being the one to dismember the younger brother. And as was just pointed out, we also had someone we only saw it partially, but kind of looked like her butler, being at the scene of the abduction. And overall, I don't trust the word that she's saying. She's just saying the correct things to make it so that nothing comes and blows back on her. She is more involved in this somehow. But how is we still need more information for. But for now, the big thing is working through the little spat between partners, which I guess using your partner as bait is a little spat into some people, but hey, detectives, all part of the game. But anyway, now that we have advanced the mystery and reached where all the current clues we have fall, there are still loose ends tying the doctor to it, but we'll see how that goes next time. So thank you everyone who stopped by and watched this episode with me. I hope you all have a good week, and I look forward to next week's episode, and hope some of you stop by to watch it with me as well. But until then, take care.